So, you like picking, flipping, and making profits? Well, let's test that theory. Today I have 14 items for you to battle it out and to test those picking skills of yours. It's simple really. I'll show 2 items, one on the left, one on the right, and I'll give you some time to pick one. And then you got to decide what you're willing to pay and then how much you're willing to sell it for. So you can figure out what profit you would make. Of course, then I'll show you what I paid for it and what I sold it at and what profit I got. So let's see if you can make some dollars, learn something along the way, and have some fun. Are you ready? Oh yeah, and one more thing. What we'll do at the end is we will add them all up and we'll rank them, and then you can figure out how much profit you actually made. So make sure you take a tally, track along the way, and see how well you do. Okay, are you ready? We start in 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, so first up we have this Assassin's Creed Connor statue from Assassin's Creed 3 versus this Guitar Hero White from Nintendo Wii. What are you picking? What are you paying? And how much are you selling it for? Well, there you go. Surprising, isn't it? And these do really surprise me. So let's move on to the next one. I hope you're doing well. Next up, we have the Halo 3 novel set versus the Propeller Movie World hat. What are you picking? What are you paying? And how much are you selling it for? Let's see how you went. Oh, it's once again, it's very surprising, isn't it? Next up, we have a DVD and some Lego. Which one are you picking? Is it the Indecent Behavior or the Lego Lord of the Rings? What are you paying? What are you selling it at? Well, let's find out. There you go, surprise, isn't it? And once again, this is what I've paid for them. How much I've made from it doesn't mean it's always going to be this case, but I'm hoping you're going to learn a thing or two along the way. Next up, we have this Adidas tennis dress skirt versus this calculator, which is ready and working. Which one are you picking? How much are you paying? And how much are you selling it for? You ready? There you go. There you go. It's a surprise every time. It's a surprise every time. So how you doing? Are you keeping tally? Are you keeping track? All right, here's the next one. We have Isaac Asimov, the Foundation trilogy, and we have 4 Peter Brock pins. Which one are you picking? How much are you paying for it? And how much are you selling it for? What was the profit? Well, there you go. Once again, very surprising, and I took a gamble on some of these when I first did it myself, but you'll be surprised what you can get. Next up, we have some Nike shoes, soccer shoes, versus this Swiss watch, working and automatic. Which one are you picking? What are you paying for it? And how much are you selling it for? And the profit is? There you go. Once again, another one which you never know what you're gonna get. And this is what always surprises me, is that people are doing shoes, people are doing watches, people are doing so many different things. There's always an opportunity to make some dollars. Now this is the last one. Are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. We have the Jelly Belly dispenser versus this Skull Animals plushie. Which one are you picking? What are you paying? And how much are you selling it for? And the big reveal for the winner for this one is, there you go. I guess you just never really know. Now, some of you might have picked up some of these along the way from some of my previous videos and some of my previous sales. But the point here is I wanted you to go through, test your picking skills and see how well you can do. And the whole point of this is to learn and see that there is so many different opportunities out there. Now, before I finish up, let's actually see how we went. Let's wrap it up. We had all these 14 items, we went through them all, and the big winners were obviously all these ones. If you had picked all these items, one per page, you actually would have come out with a grand total of the best price possible, meaning you would have only spent X amount, but you've come out with the most profit possible. So I'm gonna show on the next screen what the ranking was and what the best ticket items were to purchase, and you can tally up along the way and see how much you got. And what I want you to do is I want you to put down in the comments and tell me how much money you were able to make from your picks. So you ready? And there you go, the best result was you would have paid $25.55 and profited $304 if you had picked all the right ones on each page. And here you can see the breakdown on screen, what worked in terms of what was the winner. And look, a lot of these items were still all winners. There was not necessarily a wrong answer for these, but there was just the possibility to make a total profit of $304 after paying $25.55 upfront. Of course, there's fees and postage that goes into all this. The whole purpose of this, as I said before, was to go through to test your skills, but also to hopefully help you learn that there's so many opportunity out there. Just because one person does jeans and one person does movies and one person does books doesn't mean you're missing out. If they go into the store before you, there's still so much opportunity to be found and to be sold to make a profit in the stores. When you're out picking and when you're out shopping or whatever you're doing, however you're sourcing, there is so much opportunity. I hope you've had some fun doing this. If you enjoyed this, do let me know in the comments below. Of course, give it a like, hit the subscribe button. There will be more of these. Of course, if you like them, I'll try and do even more and make them even more exciting. But I had a lot of fun from this because going back and reflecting, it helps you realize that sometimes the smallest ones has the biggest packing potential, whereas sometimes the big items that we usually think are the ones that are going to win for us, sometimes they're not always going to be the big hitters because there's additional expenses when it comes to postage and things like that. But I hope you've learned something along the way. I hope you've had some fun, and now you know what to look for when you're out picking. Cheers.